some part of the seasons you're in Germany and the other part you're in New York, and it really is, it fits.
Marcia, tell me a little bit about your background.
I have my doctorate in multilingual, multicultural studies from New York University. I have had 2 areas of substantial research, one in language and culture, and one in religion, culture, and politics.
What is religion to you?
Why is there something rather than nothing? Why are there particular things that there are and not other things? Why does human life work as it does? These questions are asked across the globe and are answered differently. We see certain things that repeat in different religions, but whether or not there's a universalist consensus behind the religion is part of the mystery of the transcendent. We don't know. There might be. But we won't find that out by ourselves, I think. That's one of the perpetual searches of the human race.
You said something that I liked a lot. You said once, to judge a group of people due to the behavior of a few people out of that group is just bad research. Can you elaborate on that?
You cannot make a statement about millions based on the behavior of a few. It does seem to be a tendency that we resort to the categories that are already in our heads, and we use them to organize new information, which means that we miss anything that is not already organized as we already see it. We miss the new. We miss new people, new information, new ways of organizing, new categories themselves, of thinking about the world. In short, we become stupider. How to counteract that, especially in the field of religion, I would suggest study the history of any religion, your own, somebody else's. The history of any religion over time and place immediately reveals the different streams, the multiple interpretations, the debates, the discussion, the changes, the richness, the paradoxes of every religion. And it could counteract the tendency to put all in one group, because one sees immediately how much variation and multiplicity and debate there is even within one religion.
I have the impression that somehow within the last couple of years the ability to differentiate has gone lost, not only in Germany but also in the States and in other countries. What do you think is responsible for that, and how can we counteract that?
If you're afraid that your economic security will be taken away, if your sense of emotional security in society, your sense that you understand the way your society works, that you can count on your own expectations of the way things will go, if these things are destabilized and people feel threatened, fear is a powerful motivator. And there is the tendency under conditions of fear to search for soothing explanations. The problem with soothing explanations is that they're often too simple. They're emotionally soothing, but they do not sufficiently refract all the factors. There's a phrase in English, the usual suspects. There's a tendency to blame those people who are usually blamed in one's society when things go wrong. And I'm not sure this has gotten worse. I think it is a response to fear and threat. And the tragedy of it is that if one has legitimate problems and fears and concerns, but you select a solution that is soothing but will not address the problems, your problems will continue. And that's tragic. And so the people who are scapegoated suffer. The people who do the scapegoating suffer as well, because whatever is motivating them to begin with, to search for the usual suspects, those factors are also not addressed. Everybody loses.
If these young people take anything out of your lessons, what would you wish that would be?
read broadly.